Welcome to Nomad High Income Skills, Episode 1. I'm Arya Reyes. Today, you'll learn exactly how to use the client filter framework so you can attract better clients and build sustainable high income. Your skills are your freedom currency. Picture this: a solo copywriter bouncing between hostels and co-working cafes, working 15-hour weeks patching together small projects. Every month felt like a scramble. Late payments, scope creep, clients who called at midnight and expected responses in an hour. Then, after a hard 3-month reset, she used one repeatable filter, reworked her discovery script, and landed 2 retainers that covered her travel and gave predictable income. She cut billable hours in half, stopped answering midnight emails, and started choosing projects that actually energize her. That's what the client filter framework does. It flips your pipeline from messy and reactive to intentionally selective and profitable. Section 1. The problem and the quick overview. If you're a nomad, saying yes to every lead is costly. Low rates, inconsistent revenue, and energy-draining clients make travel life untenable. The client filter framework is a simple 3-step system designed for travel-first professionals. 1. Ideal client thesis. Know exactly who moves your revenue needle without trapping your schedule. 2. Energy budget and scope gating. Score cognitive load versus value and gate scope to protect your time. And 3. Qualification and conversion scripts. Rapid questions and language that move the right prospects toward retainers and redirect the rest. The outcomes are straightforward: higher close rates for premium offers, fewer scope fires, and a predictable energy budget so you don't burn out. I'll walk you through each step with questions, a mini calculator, and exact scripts you can use on the next call. Section 2. Step 1. Ideal client thesis. 3-minute worksheet. Start by answering 3 quick angles that take under 3 minutes. Ask, which industries pay reliably for my skill set? Which client size or revenue band can afford $6K to $12K monthly retainers? What operating rhythm fits my travel days? Async first, 1 weekly sync, or fixed windows? For each ideal client, write 1 signal: a metric, a phrase, or a business behavior. Examples: has a marketing ops lead and a history of paid campaigns, annual revenue over $5 million, or prefers weekly written updates, not daily calls. These signals become your shorthand during screening. If a prospect doesn't match 2 of the 3 signals, move to a different track, either a higher touch discovery or a referral pathway. This is not gatekeeping, it's prioritization. You keep options when the pipeline is thin, and you protect your energy when it's busy. Section 3. Step 2 and Step 3 combined: energy budget and scope gating, then qualification scripts. First, the 7-minute energy budget. Create 2 columns: cognitive load and revenue value. Score a prospective project 1 to 5 for each. Cognitive load covers meetings, approvals, stakeholder count, time zone friction. Revenue value is monthly retainer or expected lifetime value. If cognitive load divided by revenue value is above 0.6, it's a high energy sink and needs stricter gating. Use scope gates like capped deliverables, fixed hour retainer tiers, or a 3-month pilot to validate before a full retainer. Now the exact discovery filters. Use these 3 questions early on. 1. What outcome do you need in the next 90 days? 2. Who signs off on this and how quickly can they decide? 3. What budget range have you allocated for this kind of outcome? Watch for red flags, vague outcomes, 3 or more sign-offs, and budget talk that starts with "we're hoping." If you hear those, use redirect language. That sounds like a project that needs an initial scoping pilot. I can scope a focused pilot for X that proves results before we expand. That keeps you in control and offers a lower risk path for the client. Real nomad example and scaling without burnout? Here's the case study. The copywriter I mentioned redefined her ideal client thesis to focus on subscription product teams and SaaS growth marketers. She used the energy budget after discovery calls and flagged any project with more than 2 reviewers as a pilot-only opportunity. On one lead, she proposed a 4-week pilot at $3,500 to prove lift. After a 25% conversion improvement, the client agreed to a 6-month retainer at $7K per month. She replaced 3 one-off gigs and cut billable hours by automating reporting, delegating proofreading to a vetted contractor, and batching stakeholder updates into a single weekly digest. Rules to scale without burning out: document repeatable processes, outsource tasks under a threshold cost per hour, and automate status reporting. Protect your attention. Set strict async windows and make office hours visible. Delegation rules. If a task costs under 30% of your hourly rate to outsource and you hate or are slow at it, hand it off. Immediate action step and handling objections. The 7-minute client filter checklist to run after every intro call. Timestamp the call, write 3 quick signals matched to your ideal client thesis, score cognitive load and revenue value, and pick one of 3 next steps: proposal, pilot, or redirect referral. Say this after a call when you move someone to a pilot. Based on what we discussed, the quickest way to prove value is a focused pilot. I'll send a scope that achieves X in 4 weeks for $Y. For rate pushback, use this script. I hear budget is a concern. What matters most is result X, which saves or earns you Z. I can adjust scope to meet a different price, but not the outcomes. Which do you prefer, lower scope or full outcome? That preserves your value while keeping negotiation flexible. Also include rules for exceptions. Allow 1 trial project per new niche, keep pilots time-boxed, and never accept open-ended scope without a guardian clause that converts to a higher rate once certain outcomes are met. Recap and CTA. Quick recap: define your ideal client thesis, run the energy budget and gate scope, use tight qualification scripts to convert the right clients, or move others into pilots or referrals. Immediate homework. After your next intro call, spend 7 minutes on the checklist and decide one clear next step. If you want the templates, scripts, the energy budget spreadsheet, and the filter worksheet, I created a micro course, Retainers and Client Filters. It includes a bonus worksheet that walks you step by step through the 3-minute thesis and the 7-minute energy check. Find the link in the show notes and enroll. There's a worksheet you can use on your next call. Charge what you're worth. Build income that supports your lifestyle, not destroys your health. Your skills are your freedom currency. That's your high-income blueprint for today. Take one action this week and start seeing results. I'll be back tomorrow with another skill you can apply on the road. Thanks for listening. I'm Aria Reyes. And remember, your skills are your freedom currency.